Okay, so on this assignment, it says go to the periodic table, which is right behind us, locate magnesium, draw it, and fill it in. All right, so this is our periodic table back here, and this is going to be magnesium, so Mg. And this is a very simple periodic table, so this number right here at the top, that's going to be the atomic number. Okay, so if we are going to draw it, we would draw a box, and then we would just put Mg, and then we would put 12. For the atomic number. If we look at a little bit more complicated really quickly, let's see. This is going to be the atomic weight down here, the 24.305. So that's how the atomic weight. So we're going to write 24, I'm just 0.305, but we're just going to look at the 24 to keep it simple. Okay, so we have our magnesium. We're drawing it. We're putting magnesium. We're putting 12 is the atomic number and 24 is the atomic weight. So now we need to write the number of protons, electrons, and neutrons. And here I'll put atomic number. And this is your atomic weight. All right, so the electrons and protons we can figure out just by looking at the atomic number. So our electrons are 12. So electrons are going to be 12. Our protons are always going to be the same as the electrons. So the protons are also 12. So protons 12, electrons 12. Neutrons, it's going to be the atomic weight, atomic, oh yeah, okay, it's going to be the atomic weight minus the atomic number. So for neutrons, we're going to do 24 minus 12. So 24 minus 12. So we're also going to get 12. So that's pretty easy. The protons, electrons, and neutrons are all 12. So remember, you're going to find the protons and electrons at the top. So protons and electrons are at the top. And then for the neutrons, you're going to say atomic weight minus atomic number. And in this case, we get 12 for all of them. All right, now we're going to draw. I'm going to clear all that. But if you don't get it, you can just pause the video and write it down. So now we're going to go to this, drawing the Bohr model. Okay, so here's what you want to know about Bohr models. They're going to be rings of 2, 8, 8. So rings of 2, 8, 8. And that'll make sense in just a little bit, I promise. So I'm going to give us some more room. Okay, so when you're drawing a Bohr model, you're going to write Mg in the middle. And then, so you're going to draw one ring around it. And your first ring can have 2 electrons. And again, when we're looking at magnesium, we know we have 12 electrons. So we have to draw these electrons around magnesium. Okay, so this is our magnesium. The first ring we can do 2. So we have 1, 2. So we have 2 out of the 12 electrons. In the second ring, we can do 8. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I kind of draw it like that. So I always go 1, 2, and I just go in a circle, and then you do couples. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But again, we need 12 electrons. So in the third ring, we can do up to 8. Because again, it's 2, 8, 8. But we only need, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we only need 2 more, 11, 12. So this is going to be our Bohr model of magnesium. We have 2 in the first, we have all 8 in the second, and we could have done 8 in the third, but we're just doing 2. All right, for the valence electrons, you can look 2 places. So if we look, this is column 1 for all of these elements. This is column 2 for all of these elements. Since magnesium is in column 2, that tells us that magnesium has 2 valence electrons. So everything in this first column has 1 valence electron. Everything in this column has 2 valence electrons. Everything in this column has 3 valence electrons. Everything in this column has 4 valence electrons. You can also just look at the very outside ring. So always think valence electrons, VV, very outside ring. So this is going to have 1, 2, 2 valence electrons. So you can look at the outside ring, or you can look at the periodic table and you can see that it's in the second column. Either way, you can find how many valence electrons there are. Okay, for the energy levels, you're going to look at how many rings you used. So we have 1 ring, 2 rings, 3 rings. So for energy, I think about a car going around in circles. So I would say, how many circles does the car have to go around on the racetrack? So this has 1, 2, 3 energy levels. So 3 energy levels. Okay, this is complete physical Bohr models of water, methane, and carbon dioxide. And again, if you want to pause it and write this out, this would be a good time to pause it and get these notes down. Okay, so we're going to do models of water. First, we're going to do water. Let me get this out of the way. All right, so when we're doing, let's see, water is going to be, if you looked up water online, like if you Googled it, it's going to tell you that water is H2O, which means you have hydrogen and you have oxygen. And if we moved this, let me see if I can move this over so I can show you. Because hydrogen and oxygen are going to be over here. Or actually, hydrogen's right here and oxygen is right here. So we look, hydrogen is going to be 1 at the very top. So we know it has an atomic number of 1. And then oxygen over here is 8. So it has an atomic number of 8, which is going to help us. Okay. I'm just going to erase all this stuff and we can do this on this screen. Okay. Okay, so we have, if we look up what is water online, it's going to tell us water is H2O. So this means that we have, when we see the 2 by the H, that means that we have hydrogen twice. So we're going to do, and we know that hydrogen is only 1. So I'm going to write a hydrogen and a hydrogen. And since it has only 1, I'm just going to put 1 electron. It has 1 electron, so we're going to put 1 electron. So basically we have 2 hydrogen with 1 electron. Oxygen, we only have 1. You don't see any little number. So oxygen, we look at the table, it has 8. So when we're drawing oxygen, we're going to put oxygen in the middle. Looks like a circle, but this stands for O, oxygen. Okay, and if we're drawing 8, I want you to think about how many are we going to put in this first ring? So remember, it's 2, 8, 8. So if you said 2, 1, 2, that's right. Now we're going to draw our second ring, and again it's 2, 8, 8. So we did 2 in that first ring. We can do up to 8 in the second ring, but we only need 8. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it would look like that. Okay, now here's the deal. When they connect up, this hydrogen is going to go, and it's going to go find its pair. So it's going to hook up with this one, and then this hydrogen is going to go and hook up over here with this one, with the valence electrons on the outside. Okay, so when we're drawing this, and you don't have to draw this, what you do need to draw is this final one when they're kind of all together. So they want you to draw it connected. So let me clear this. So when they do all hook together, it's going to look like this. So you're going to have oxygen in the middle. Those are oxygens 2, 1, 2. So hydrogen is going to kind of hook up over here. And really, let's do the circle first. So hydrogen's hooking up right here. So there's going to be 2 circles. Hydrogen. Then we have 2 down here. Then we have hydrogen right here. Okay, so we see oxygen has 8. So we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then that hydrogen has 2, so we see hydrogen right here and hydrogen right here. So this is going to be when they're connected up. So I would just draw this for when you're trying to draw H2O. Okay, for the next one, they want you to draw, we only have 2 more, so you're doing really well. We have methane. So methane is going to be CH4. So we have carbon. If we look for carbon, we're going to see that there's 6. So carbon is 6. And we know that hydrogen is 1. So hydrogen is going to be 1. Okay, but there's 4 of these hydrogen. So, okay, first of all, we're going to draw carbon. It has 1, 2. We have to do the next ring, 3, 4, 5, 6. And hydrogen, there's only 1, but we have to do 4 of them. So we're going to do 4 hydrogen. Hydrogen, 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 hydrogen. Okay, so these are going to go all hook up to these. So then in the end, what you want to draw is there's your carbon with 2. And then we're just basically going to draw these circles first, because they're going to meet up. So as you can see, carbon has 1, and then hydrogen has 1. So when they hook up, it looks like this. So your carbon's in the middle, and then your hydrogen attached on the outside. So, to make sure that you have enough dots, you can always say, okay, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but then we added all these, 7, 8, 9, 10. So when you look, you should have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you're going to have 10. All right, the last one is going to be carbon dioxide. So we have